please do consider liking, sharing, and definitely subscribing. And if you are one of those individuals that have actually been checking in for ever, massive respect to you, lovely lads. You guys asked for it, and obviously I told you we're going to be doing it yesterday, but yesterday was Valentine's Day, so I said let me give you guys a little break, then we can rally back and do it today. So I never hid away from it. So we're gonna do positives from the youth 17s, going to give you that one. All right, then we're gonna talk about Dujuan Richards, got the minutes that we talked about. We wanted, before we can look at anything, we're going to do that. We're going to talk about Kaheim Dixton because we got some information on him. And then we're going to talk about Leon Bailey in this one because we got some information on him. All right, Lamar, big of yourself. I'm watching games, so don't worry yourself, guys. We are watching games because that's what we do. We watch games and we talk football. All right, because obviously that's the only way it goes. Smash the like button, share, and subscribe. So Jamaica Reggae Boyz U17s qualified for the Concacaf U17s World Cup. All right, blessings Richard Samuels, blessings Mr. Dre. All right, we broke down the game. We can't run away from the facts. It was a very much displeasing look, but we are very happy due to the fact that they have qualified. So the strategy that they used to get to it, a lot of people never really liked it. They would have wanted to see better, but we have to be honest to ourselves. Jamaica is not in the caliber of the same team as Mexico, United States, Canada, and others with their development. So maybe, as what the coach said, maybe that was the only way they could have actually gone ahead and got a victory. Maybe if they tried to hold on to the ball, they would have gotten embarrassed same way, because maybe they would have gone up the pitch a little bit more, and those defenders that made the 50 clearances wouldn't have been in the position to make the 50 clearances, because as you could see, Canada is a way more superior team as it relates to spatial awareness, technical ability, fitness level, football education. So I want to say that maybe that was the only way. So I start to actually agree with the coach to say that that was the strategy we could have used to get it, because to be honest, that's exactly how the game played out. So I want to say, let me not turn that into a negative and turn it into a positive and say maybe that was the only way they could have gotten the result, or they actually got it. Big up to Mr. Dre. Mr. Dre actually said that the other day, you know. So let me give him his credit, because he had said that. So let me give him his credit. Maybe that was the only way Jamaica could have truly gotten that result. All right. So I am okay. I'm gonna give Mr. Dre. I gave you credit before you comment, Mr. Dre. I agree with you. I think that was the only way they could have gotten the result, or they got the result. So I am not going to put up my high standard and say that I want technical football and dominate teams, because I don't know if Jamaica will be in that position within the next few years of dominating teams via the dominance of working the ball. Maybe at this point they just have to use their physicality, especially at this level. So I think I'm going to give them a positive there, maybe not the highest, because it's not my cup of tea, but at the same time I still have to give the coach the positives in that side, you know. Maybe because when I look back at the game the fourth time, I am saying I don't think they could have played any different. So I'm going to give them a positive for the approach that they had. I am not satisfied with you people, because you know what I like, you know. So, but I am going to give it as a positive, because I saw that that was the only way they could have won the game. All right. Yes. So the strategy we give as a positive. Strategy as a positive. All right. So as a positive, the togetherness from the players, I would have to give as a positive as well, because 2 periods in this game, 30 minutes and 72 minutes in the game, they showed very much strong signs of fatigue, and they try to do everything to make sure everyone has something else left in them. You understand me? So the keeper went down. Then you had the midfielder, which is Lyle. He stayed on the pitch. He was begging to come off, and he stayed off the pitch and scored 10 minutes later. 10 minutes later, he scored a goal. So I would say the togetherness from the kids them was very good. Was very good because that was a strategical way of doing things because he wanted to stay down as long as possible. He never wanted to take the card because as soon as the referee tell him, yo, you need to get off the field, he got off the field. I wanted him to stay a little bit longer, but he got off the field. So the togetherness, I like the togetherness. The money that they got to qualify, I am not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I will let you know how much incentives they got because I don't think they get direct money that way to qualify. I think maybe if you go on to win the entire World Cup, maybe that's how you get money at this level. But you do get other incentives here and there, you know? Yes. So the togetherness, the strategy, which is less from the coach, but I will still give him that just the same. That's what I saw as a positive. The raw ability, because they do have raw ability, and then abilities that you have to learn along the way to become a professional footballer. So the raw ability, let me put that right there. The raw ability, I saw from the two centre back pairings, CB, two of them times two, x2. So the raw ability from the centre back pairings, I think that I saw from them. I did got in touch with their managerial people by some luck, and they were giving me the information and stuff. So I'm much more educated on the players. So that is very good. So the raw ability from them, just to tackle spatial awareness, which I don't think the rest of the team does have. But they displayed very good spatial awareness on the pitch. The natural tackling ability, I like it. They never pass the ball much, but that is the next side. And I saw clips of them, and they actually can play out from the back, so they can do the next side as well. But because I never saw them, I don't have the physical files on this game to show you, I can't say that as yet, but I know that they can play out because I have footage of them playing out from the back. So the raw ability, so the natural ability to tackle and also stay in the right position, I like from these two centre-back pairing. Yes, you could say that the number 4 gave away the penalty, and people said it wasn't a penalty. It was a 100% penalty. He did clip the player. Obviously, the referee blew for the wrong call. The referee blew for the wrong call. So that was the difference. The referee blew for the wrong call because he thought that the one in front made the tackle, but he touched the ball before touched the opponent. But the number 4 came from behind and clipped the player, which is a 100% penalty. So I don't know what people eyeball thinks, but you're brain dead if you think that wasn't a penalty. It was a penalty. But that player, number 4, played so good, that penalty, we almost certain that it was coming because they were under so much pressure for the entire 90 minutes. One error was always in the cards, and that was one of the errors there. But it was a penalty. But I still like the number 4, and I still thought that he was one of the best players on the field. So the raw ability, that's a third one. That's a third one I can say. The positive, the extreme positives now they are there. Now they are there. Look at what happened. They made it to the World Cup. What happened in World Cups are people scout players. So that's a positive. So finally they can get a stage where in which people can see them. So my approach is, since they are the ones qualified, I don't think this squad is good enough to do nothing, at all, in the World Cup, I don't, in my opinion. Let me know if you guys agree or you guys disagree. You can disagree if you want, free. But I don't think this squad can do nothing at all in the World Cup at all. Because Canada, Mexico, and United States ain't the best teams in the world. They have rarely won games at the World Cups, U17s, 20s, and most World Cups, they don't really perform. They are just the elite from our region. I saw on the TV, TVJ, they are saying that they are not going here to make up numbers. But at the same time, I don't think they can do not much more than make up numbers, in my opinion. because they don't have the overall package. But even if they don't have the overall package, I still want them to stay there. You know why? They got us here. So keep them there and let them get the exposure. Let them get the exposure to see if somebody wants to invest in them. Yes, so I don't want them to be changed. Keep them there, even if I don't have any confidence that they can go to very much far from this point. So keep them there, all right? So keep them there. I disagree. I have a lot of confidence in these youth. No, Jamrock, you can. Remember, I said I think that they're going to qualify from this stage. But I made sure to let you hear what I said, what I don't have any confidence in. I don't have any confidence in that they're going to go to the World Cup and do any miraculous things, because that would have warrant too much miraculous things. So sometimes you need to listen to what people says before you jump to, I have confidence that they're a footballer, but I don't have any confidence that they're going to go to the World Cup and win the World Cup. No, I don't. I would be delusional to say that. If you have confidence that they can go and win the World Cup or go to the semifinals, no problem. I don't believe it. I don't believe that they can get out of the group. I don't believe none of those things. I have to see more things, more evidence presents itself, that a new coach comes around, new strategy, and all of those stuffs. Then and it would require more players. But at the same time, I am caught in two sides, because I want them to get their they qualify the team. So I would like them to get their chance to go and promote themselves. You understand me? So, because remember, at the same time, U17s is not about instant gratification. It's about development. That's what it's about. It's about development. It's about development. That's all. So I would want this core to go to the World Cup. Exact team go there. But at the same time, I don't believe that they are going to, because this is what the fans want. The fans want them to win the World Cup, but I don't believe that is possible. You understand me? But I would still want them, this core to go, because at least they can get the exposure that they fought for. Let me know if you agree with that point. And I hope you understand what I just said, because a lot of people don't understand when people talk, because they don't listen to understand, and they just listen to respond instant without thinking of what you just said. 1 second, guys, 1 second. All right. Yeah, big up. The JFF needs to keep them active and together. All right. I don't see why would we bring in additional players to chop anyone. Yes, that's what I said. All right. Do you believe that Downswell is a good coach? No. I think Downswell is just a good mentor that can galvanize people to run through brick walls. But brick walls don't always work. You understand? Because sometimes, majority of the times, education will supersede brick wall runners. You understand me? And yeah, so I don't think he's a good coach. In my opinion, you understand me? And I don't think he got the opportunity to be a good coach. So, but I saw him did something. I will have to give him credit for it. I'm going to give him the credit. All right, but I don't think he's a good coach. He's not, and I have not seen Jamaica played any football at all. To have come to that conclusion at all. And I'm talking about not just me said it. I heard people, coaches. I've spoken to coaches from inside Jamaica said that they're not impressed with the football because that's not what they thought their players. So I'm not going to be sold on those stuffs. You understand me? But the players, solid. They did their job. He had a plan. But I can't say he's the one to take Jamaica to the future. Yeah, I can't say that, blood. All right. So my point was to keep them together, regardless of what will take place, what will transpire, but keep them together. And I look like a lot of you guys agree. All right. Bless up, JD. The boys deserve to go because they played for it. Yes. So a lot of people agree. I think that he was just not active in the football. What makes a good coach? Jamrock, you honestly believe that Canada would have hired Jamaica coach to coach them? Like, let me ask you a question. Yes, City Rock, I never said he never knew anything, but I said I don't think he's a good coach. Because good is relative, Right. But the good that we're talking about in the in the U17s. You think that Donzo was the best coach in the U17s just a while ago? After watching all of those teams? So use that relative that we're going to talk about now. You think that what you saw from Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, Puerto Rico, you actually think that he's a good coach in relation to them? Well, that was the relative that we're talking about. All right, we are not just talking about him and Mr. Speed, him and Tapper. It's time that we stop comparing ourselves with ourselves. Remember, we have to play other countries, and our coaches in Jamaica don't go anywhere at all. They don't do any other job. They just get put in position. So nobody know how good they are. All of these other coaches go places, and we see how good they are. Jamaican coaches and Jamaican players ain't going anywhere, so nobody know how good they are. It's just stories you hear. So it's a difference, and I don't think he's on the top tier at all. And if you agree with the football that we just saw, you can't agree that he's a top coach at all. I have a lot of respect for the coach, but I never respect and 876. Some of you guys come to war with me, or just have a rational conversation. Can I not have a respect for someone and say that he's not good at coaching? Oh, that, like, I don't understand. So me have a respect for somebody and say that I don't think he's relative to the other coaches them. Oh, that becomes the same conversation. You understand me? I am telling you that he's not as good as nobody else what I saw in the U17s. I think that with other coaches, Jamaica would have played different. Maybe the results wouldn't stay the same. That's why I gave him the credit to get them there with his plan. But other coaches would have not taken that plan because U17s is about development and they want their players to learn something under them. I don't think they learned much under him playing like that. That's all I'm saying, Rich. 876. So sometimes, remember, I'm not just a shallow-minded person, when I'm speaking, It's always deeper. So you see where I'm going now? I gave the man his flowers. Big up yourself, Richard Green. Big up yourself, City Rock, and all of the mans in the building. Let me have some rational conversation, man. Not just the shallow reasoning and stuff. And for the people that sent me messages yesterday, people, when you hear other average-ass YouTubers speak, especially from Jamaica, you don't have to click those people speaking on my name for me to respond. Remember, all of these people that speaks, they came here and leech off of my channel to become something. We know some of them still stay around me and they're fake as well. We know. You don't have to tell me. I don't care about that because I don't watch other channels and I don't care for these people. All right? Yes. If they come here, we say I and by. We are not friends with them. I don't know them. All right? But I understand why you guys respect me and looking out for me because you know that I'm trying to do something good. But let me repeat it as well. I don't know these people in this space. Me and them ain't friends. Some will call me and ask me questions and we have a conversation. I will move on there. So if you see them on other side disrespecting me or joining people that disrespecting me, I expected these things of those people. These people are shallow-minded people that only wants success on the internet, wants to be famous, wants to be accepted by people. I want to be the difference for my people. That's a difference. So people not liking you or joining up with other people to hate on you, that's okay, man. Respect people for sending it, but you don't have to send it to me because I wouldn't have seen it any other way because I ain't watching those scrubs. All right? Yeah, man. So let me move on. All right? Imaxit, big of yourself. Imaxit football was first, people. JD, keep giving sound analysis. Some of them and them reasoning lack. Yeah, I know, and that's why. But remember, their intention, they want money from people. They are begging people. They are living scrub lives. I am an honest person. to my people them. I am from the ghetto and I want a ghetto person to be a better version of themselves. So I talk for where I'm from. I am not a person desperate for anything. No fame and definitely no money. You understand me? Yes, I'm here having sound reasoning and it never changed from that. Ricky, thus the question arises, JD. Play attractive football or play for result? But with result comes funds. But Ricky, you have to be very smart when you come on to youth football. What plagues Jamaica? What plagues Jamaica as it relates to none of the players that are gonna win a life. Right. We always said none of even the people that's bragging about youth players. They said, oh, once we are youth 15, we're very good and can compete with anyone in the world. It's a lie. That's a lie as well. That's a lie. But they say that. So why you think they don't reach anywhere after youth 15s? Because everybody chasing the money, Ricky. Everybody chasing, trying to sell a player, force right people, take deals, don't believe in the players. Then the same people that's telling you that they believe in the players, they don't believe because they want to take the first deal that comes up when they're 18 years old. And that position will not give them any opportunity to learn anything. You understand me? Those are the difference. You get me, Ricky? So sometimes look for the long run and not the instant gratification. All right? Yes, because most of the times you're going to lose out. You just don't know because you live your life from a day-to-day basis and you say tomorrow I'm okay. Yeah, but you never plan for next week. For me, plan for next week, next month, next 3 years. That's how successful people goes. So you have to plan for years in advance for the kids them, if it's for the kids them. But if you hear people gloating over you doing something now and trying to paint instant gratification, they are not for those kids. I promise you, keep this same line and look next year and see what happens. And I'm hoping that some of these kids' name comes back up and you hear how they describe them. And you're going to say, oh, wow. So it was all about what they wanted and not necessarily best choice for the kids then. So when you're forced to just reach somewhere, but you truly don't have the overall package to be there, I think sometimes it's not the best, in my opinion. Yeah. JD, just want you to know that I choose. No, man, no, 876, I know. But I'm just trying to tell people that, I try to avoid certain stuff. And, from the other day, I change up everything on my platform. I come here, say what I have to say, and I just leave. I don't try to mix up with anybody. So I know you guys respect me. You're here. The people that don't respect me, they move on to the WhatsApp groups them and talk their bag of downside crap because that's where they were successful and that's where they should stay. You understand me? Yes. So we won in the end because we showcase that we don't need those things. We don't need to be gossipers to be successful in anything. We do our job here and stick to football because you know what? Somebody to challenge me, they have to watch a football game because I'm talking about football actions. You understand me? Not gossip. A lot of these kids are from good academies, so I think the outcome will probably be different. But that is good, Mr. Dre. But that means the academies should get their credit, Mr. Dre. And that's what I was doing the other day to give the academies their credit. That's what I was doing the other day to give the academies their credit. And then a guy came here and started to try bully me to go the opposite way. Yeah. So I had a lot of positive strategy, togetherness, raw ability. Big up myself, first responder. No man, you know me, first responder. I leave these things. I have no time for these things because I am not even truly here. Just do my thing because of you lovely people that always call me and say, yo, JD, I need to hear your takes on this, I need to hear your takes on this. Even the game the other day, I did the game only because of you guys. Because you said I should do it. And that's why I did it. You understand me? Yes. Sports on the ball. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Johnny Powell in the building. All right. So we have some other news aside from that. So all the best to the kids. I am not sure if I'm sure that some of them will be in Europe. So I will get to see one or two of them play in a different situation. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Dre, I'm going to, if I get to see them play, because I don't know if they're going to play at the games that I'm going to be at, because I can't go at all of the games them, because remember I have my normal life, But I promise Kingston Academy that I will try to make it to one of the games at least. And we are trying to do other things to get more games for them. You understand me? Yes. So if they do play in the games then that I have, I go to, I'm going to try and get recordings and show you how different they look in Kingston Academy system than what we just saw in the U17s. All right. So hold me to that one because I'm going to do that. I think let me see when Kingston Academy will be coming. I think they should be coming the end of March to something in April. So maybe the end of March to the 1st or 2nd of April. So look out for that. All right. In an interview with JFF, they said they do not get direct money. They will have to reach out to corporation. Yes, but that's what I said. But they got other things when they go into U17s, though. JD, the U17s, do you know where the players are from? Yes, but I just told you that I'm going to have players. I'm going to have players come to locations that I am going to be at. So I'm going to video them for you playing football different. So maybe if you had an idea of that player, you're going to get to see them do way more things. You understand me? Because if they are coming to Netherlands, everybody in Netherlands play football. Everybody in Netherlands play football. So any team they're going to play, which they always play good teams, you're going to see how they play football for true. You understand me? So that's what I said. I'm going to have the videos. I am going to physically video them to show you the difference, how they look. Also, Ballers Academy, they came through that academy. Okay, before he went to Toronto FC. All right, thank you. No, but remember, it's just because I know Kingston Academy. That's why I just work with them, and I will get the opportunity to see them. Yeah, the keeper is very good. I really like the keeper. I said that I can't say that anymore. I think that keeper should get a next opportunity at even at higher levels. Yes, I think I like the way he keeps. I thought he showed every single version. He showed every single version of himself. Yeah, in that situation. So I like the keeper. Yeah, so I'm hoping that he gets another opportunity to do his thing, What do you think about Whisper performance yesterday? We're gonna get to that. No, man, I meant the current players. I don't know where. Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. Some of them are from Kingston Academy, as what you just hear Ballers Academy that move on to Toronto. Yes, we have all of their locations. All right. Yes, I'm going to talk on Whisper, not so much because we still need at least 60 more minutes. He got a good amount of time on the field, so we can talk about a quarter of what we truly want to aim for. And then we're going to talk about Leon Bailey, two parts of Leon Bailey, off the field and on the field. Because you have some off the field actions that my family told me about. Remember, my family lives beside the stadium, so they told me about it, yes. So that is something that we're going to look at as well. We are on the right track with the academies. I fully agree with that. Is it Kingston in the UK? No, man. Kingston Academy is a Jamaican academy made by a Jamaican and a Netherlands individual, which is Ray de Barker. So that's why maybe they try to target Netherlands always. And lovely, I am in Netherlands region, so that could help you guys to get an honest review from me of some of these players when I can see them in real time. Yes. So they have always done good work, and I can tell you, they are good people. I listen to them. They are honest. They don't try to oversell anything. You heard them came on my program and they told you that they would never take money over the future of the kids. They will always keep their kids longer and check them in academy wise to see if they can push on. So they want to create better human beings. And what I've always told you, you have to create better human beings to get good footballers, especially today. Back then you could have pulled off the scams and get footballers that are not educated to get good contracts and really flourish in football. But no, it's all about the systems. It's all about togetherness and not individuality now in football. So it requires much more education to be successful today in football. And those are the things that we're talking about. And those are the things that I truly want to talk on. So when I heard these guys talking like that, obviously Radar Marker is there. So it helps Ash and those guys to learn more about what gives you good footballers. Because remember, Netherlands creates footballers, to be honest, especially technical footballers. They do well in that. 1 second, guys, before we touch it. Liam Bailey. All right, we burned down the building now, so we are even Brazil is creating system ballers. Yes, because remember Brazil kept doing the individuality and it doesn't work. Every time they got embarrassed at World Cups now, and they realized that football is moving away from their style of playing. So now they have to start going to keep their flair. They are not giving up their flair, but now it's much more we're paying attention to details like systems rather than, oh, we need to put 17 big ballers. No, the lowest one, James Jackson, the lowest one. I've not gone back to school, none at all. Just the first actual entry level. I have no, but I've not gone back to any school because I'm busy and sometimes I have other priorities as well. And my real interest wasn't to coach physically. It wasn't to coach physically. It was to always, when I'm doing my analytical reports, because my true aim is to build websites like Sofa Scores and stuff. That's what I want to go into. So football analytics, I truly want to go into. But I think that if I have some level of badges, it would have always been helpful for me. So that was always my case, and to how I break down the football, It was always my case. I never wanted to be any coach on any sideline. It was always to go into datas. Because remember, I'm a computer tech, So I wanted to apply everything. I played football and I'm a computer tech. And also can do some level of programming. So it helps me if I'm going to invest my time in that. I think everything in my brain combined to try get a website like that up. You get me? Because everything I'm good at, I think I can put together and then get a website up. And that's always my dream. Obviously, it's going to require more people and stuff. But the more I do, the more I have, like capital, I think it's going to eventually happen sometimes in the future. You understand me? Yes, but it still helps me because I do have conversations with people right around the world, and they really like how I talk about football. The only place hate me on football. I am so big worldwide. The only place don't respect me on football is Jamaica. The only place in football don't respect me is Jamaica. And it's the same approach I have when I tell a man in Nigeria that his team that team can't go far because obviously have the physical ability, but that half space right there and that zonal trap not working because of the education that they seem to want to avoid, and because they never got a chance to exercise it because the region that they're playing in is weaker and they could have bullied it, and they only stand on what they're good at. So that's why I don't respect when Mr. Speed, Mr. Butler comes and said, oh, we need to play to our strengths. No, that's not how football works. You need to keep on adapting. So you need to have all strengths in football. You need to have all strengths in football. All strengths in football. You need to have all strengths in football. That's it. But you can start from what you're good at and you gradually build up on that. But you need to have all strengths because you know what? Every league you go in, you have different teams structure in those leagues. Passing, physical, just low blocks. You realize. So that means you have to learn to be a technical player within the frame rate of 1 to 1.8 seconds reaction time. So so if you meet the best tiki-taka team, you can play through those traps. If you make the physical team, you can stave them off. You understand me? And if you want to just play speed transition, you still have the range passing to go to the wingers. So you understand me? So it's different versions of football. So you can't just come and tell me that you need to just be one dimensional. That means you're so limited. Only when the dead clock is right twice, that's the only way you can qualify. Hence why Jamaica qualified 2026, 2011, and 2001. You realize, so every time the dead clock reach close to 12, which is spinning, you get a chance. So you can't qualify back to back to back to back with one dimensional tactics. It has to be you're training people to learn football. So they have the fundamentals, and that's why I respect Kingston Academy. That's why I respect Mount Pleasant, because they're creating better IQ players so they can adapt more things in their brain cell so they can execute it in football. You understand me? That's the difference. You know, that's the difference. It's a lot in football, and if you approach football to say that football is simple, no, I think you're disrespecting the sport. They have always said in the coaching, always willing to give exactly what you want to take from football. So if you want money, well, you have to give back some of your time, equal as the money that you want, Hell no. You set up yourself to lose. You have to know to adapt. Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But Deco, you listen to people at the end of our actual football, telling you we have to play to only our strengths. That don't work in no football. I saw Manchester City have to adapt. Am I lying? Manchester City have to adapt. They use inverted wing backs to play the 2-2-3-1 system. All right. Then that can't work anymore, and they realized that people can exploit it and take more risk with speed transition. Then they saw that they tried to adapt more midfielder with slightly more speed. What is Jamaica's strength? I think it's not speed. I think it's physicality overall. So physicality is the overall package with speed, strength, and stamina. That is physicality. So when people tell you that Jamaica's strength is speed, I don't even think Mr. Speed or Mr. Butler actually knows what Jamaica's strengths are. They have a combination of all of them. They are not the fastest team in world football. You saw Jamaica had tournaments in Africa, and Morocco run past them, and all of the Asian teams run more mileage than them, look more smoother than them. Jordan and all of those teams outrun them, out physical them. Cameroon them outrun, out physical them. So they are not the most physical team overall. They are not the fastest. They are not the strongest. You understand me? But they have a good combination. They have a good combination of all three actual facets of the game. But you have like 72 different versions if you read the books. 72 different versions of football. And Jamaica have 3 of those 72 versions. 3. Do you know much percentage that out of 100? 3 out of 72 do it. All right? So if I have to rely on 3 out of 72 out of a booklet, I can see why we're not successful at what we do. And then we work on the anomaly. You understand me? Yes, and these are all facts. Because if you go to any badges, you will get all the information. And you can even check it on the internet. 3 of 72. All right? Yes. So our approach should, and that's why I'm glad that when they said they're going to get more badges, especially the higher level badges. You understand me? It helps you. It helps you because more educated people around helps them. So I'm glad that they're getting it. Only thing I said, what Concacaf shouldn't have done, what I heard that they're going to do, is they're going to just transfer over Trinidad badges to Concacaf actual full badges. Because look at, they want to do away with the Trinidad one. And I'm saying that I wouldn't want it to be that case. I want it to, no, you have a good start, you have a head base, but you have to go back to B. You have to go back to B of Concacaf and then work your way up. Don't give them any badges, because that would mean some of them won't truly work for it. Because I think that they have cut corners with Trinidad, because them and Trinidad signs deals as well, and this, you have to keep things under wraps, So I don't know what truly happens, TL said, JD, from a see them praise, whisper, and disrespect Omar Hutchinson, me know Jamaica people don't know football. And remember at the time they were disrespecting me saying that, but it's okay. It's okay. Remember, it's at this point, you know, we are all the same people. Like we're all from the same root, and I think that the cause should be the same, which is to want to see Jamaica good. It's just some people, and to be honest, some people don't want Jamaica to be good, because some people want themselves to be in that position. If Jamaica is going to be good and their self is not ready for that position, and they kind of hold Jamaica at ransom for years. You understand me? And those are the little things that I saw, and that's why I can't move off myself. Because once I do speak, you know, obviously, people know that I'm qualified at what I speak on. And once it comes on to help, I am always the first in line to help. In all situations, we prove it over and over. So they can't say I don't like it, because why would I keep on investing my money and my time in something that I don't like? You understand me? So they can't truly say these things. You get me? They can't truly say it, you know. But because they are amongst the branch that only wants to take from something that that they should be given equal to, they have to sell a narrative to you. So when you listen well, people, I think you will get the gist of all of these things. So I'm just hoping the best for them. Hope they go with the better approach. Now they are much more knowledgeable. And they speak to the public better, because that's a part of the coaching as well. When you learn more, you speak to the public better. You know, because others are educated as well at football. So speak to the public better. Come and let people know that, yes, we are going to do this, we are going to do that. That is the structure we have for the kids. And then maybe we can look back and say, all right, you know, they have took a big stance, you know. They start to really look at things from different angles. So let me give them a little time. But if you know more and they are coming out with limited actions, it can't make you sit back and just relax. You have to speak out. And that's the true tears. You understand me? That's the truth in the tears. So really and truly, we're happy with what's taking place, you know, with them qualifying. So I'm hoping that they can expand on it and really teach the kids them something. I don't expect nothing from them at the World Cup, but at least go there and display something so somebody can see a kid and said, this kid did well. This kid did well. All right? Yes. And next one thing that I wanted to bring up, someone had said that Nolan won the player of the tournament and contacted me and said, JD, but you talk down on the Jamaica team performance, but Nolan won the best player of the tournament. And as you know, I don't want to raid on anybody's parade, but obviously people always put me up against my own credibility. So what I had to do now, I had to go back and tell you why Nolan got the player of the tournament. If you want me to explain, because when I explained to the guy, he said, okay, JD, sometimes I should not jump to follow people, you know, to eat and, you know, because look how you just make it simple. But people, sometimes before you attack a person, try understand their points first. I never hated on Nolan. I never said anything bad about nobody. I never said anything bad about Jamaica. I never said anything bad about any player. I gave the players them so much respect that they did it on their own. But let me explain to you, because Nolan, I'm going to read out what Concacaf said, and I'm going to teach you something, because I had answered before even knowing what took place. You know, I had answered the question without even knowing nothing about Nolan. I had answered the question because I did specifically stated. I did specifically stated what took place with all the other big teams, but you guys never listened. All right, so I'm going to pull it up here. I'm going to pull it up here and give you some information on the players, and you're going to laugh till they die. All right, because they have everything there, you know, they have everything there, and that's a good thing. And that's why you guys have to go into metrics and check things yourself. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to pull up Jamaica. We're going to pull up Jamaica. And I'm going to give you some things now. So Nolan started against Canada, right? Nolan started against Canada. I'm going to give you it here. Nolan started against Canada. Nolan started against Canada. He never got substituted against Canada. None at all. Spent the whole 90 minutes. All right? Yes. And I'm going to give you the next metrics, I'm going to show you the difference, all right? Nobody said, let me just give you the information because I wanted to answer for everyone that came in my chat and was questioning about that. And it's fair, because if you don't know, you don't understand. It was statistical numbers gave him the best player of the tournament. Was statistical numbers. All right, so let me just give you all of the time that he spent on the pitch comparative to all the other teams, the big teams, them that scores a million goals. You're going to see the difference. How much minutes those players played. As to him, I wish I could have found somewhere that I could have gotten all the collective minutes to show you. All the players them that run with him, they played significantly less minutes, like half of the minutes that he played. And they're pretty much two goal contribution behind him. You understand me? Because Mexico could have rested players because their final game, they qualified from the second game. Puerto Rico had qualified from pretty much 30 minutes in the first game. No, not 30 minutes in the first game, but 30 minutes in the second game because they were 17-0, 30 minutes in the second game. With one man have around 100 goals contribution. I'm just exaggerating, but I'm trying to show you that big teams cannot play more minutes. So the longer you spend on the pitch, you have a better opportunity to get more numbers. That's it. And that comes back to what your aim is, because that's what people are trying to brag on. But I'm saying because Costa Rica have a long-standing strategy, which is to get their team and their players reaching 4 years in the future, they are not looking for instant gratification. So they're not going to keep their kids on the field when you're leading 17-0. They're going to make the maximum amount of changes to get the others. So if they have any difficulties in the World Cup, because their intention is not to go to the World Cup just to be a piece of the World Cup. Their intention is actually going to the World Cup to do something. So let me see Aritam. Let me see this man. Let me see that man. It's slightly different. All right. Yes. So that was one of the strong keys. So Nolan getting, and this is not a raid on the kids' career because I think he's a decent player. But if you ask me if he's the best player there, I would say I would struggle to tell you yes. Because I don't think he controls the games as to what I saw from Costa Rica, Mexico, and even Dam Rep attacking midfielder. I don't think he's better than none of those dudes, in my opinion. You understand me? But he got the numbers, and I got to say congratulations to him, and I love that he got the numbers. But people don't use those actions where I could easily tear it apart. Look, I just embarrass you with the actual facts. So stop trying to hate on me. Listen to what I'm saying, because you might actually learn a lot more with what I'm saying, because I'm a cerebral person that doesn't react emotionally. All right? And that's the sole difference, because I wasn't jumping up and screaming on top of my voice and behaving like an idiot. And my neighbor call police on me because I'm not living in Jamaica, makes me a non-Jamaican. I was celebrating. My underpants was wet. I was jumping up, and my wife came down and told me to relax yourself, because the baby's sleeping. And you want me to scream more. No, that means I would be a person that has no respect for his surrounding. And I got to live a better life as a human being, blood. All right? Yes, true. And we didn't do that in the men's senior. All right? If Dixton and Whisper is the best talent from Jamaica, not going anywhere, those two should never play in the national stadium. I will not. I will just watch. And when you're ready, when you're qualified, I would say that you're qualified. All right? So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to get the numbers. All right, let me get the numbers before we continue. I want to give you the minutes. And people, please go and research these things. All right? Because I had found it. I had found the minutes as well. I think, in the Wikipedia, obviously Wikipedia can be altered, people. So I don't want people to jump at me. But what I saw, that's what brought me to this conclusion. All right? The minutes played and stuff. Okay? And I went back to check the games them. All right? So let me just get the Jamaica games, because we know that he played the whole of the final one. All right, so let me get the group. Concacaf did a good job the last time, but they need to do a little bit better job. When the tournament finishes, you can go back and find everything, Big up yourself, Newton, man. But remember, they're attacking me for reasons I don't know, because I had said Um, all right. So Jesus said Nolan played every minute of every game. Okay. All right. So because I was going back for the next two games to prove that he had the most minutes because I saw it on a list and the guys in that second literally played half the minutes that he played, and they are 2 goal difference below him. Goal contribution. So in one game, a man have like 7 to 8 goals contribution, which makes no sense. But obviously they drop like 27 in that game. You understand me? So, but I'm trying to show you. So people sometimes when they jump to brag and they jump to 5 points, I think you have to have much more intelligence around it. All right? Yes, most of the countries in our group underperform, which enable us. No, but that's not even that. I am okay with all of that. I'm just saying the facts doesn't add up to what you're bragging about. You understand me, Dan? That was my point. Yeah. The right set of professional will understand their role. Yes, big up yourself. Quackstar, big up yourself. Massive respect. All right, so let me talk a little about Whisper them now because we gave the U17s their praise, and I thought I'm hoping to see them in person. The few, and then I'm hoping to see them at the World Cup and all the best. Me saying that I don't expect the most is not in the talent of the players them. It's just the overall package. And remember, always remember these people. Jamaica don't play themselves. Jamaica don't play against themselves. So it doesn't matter how good you are. It's who you're going up against. Always remember that, guys. And sometimes we watch other confed because I've watched African confed. I've watched Europe confed. I'm in Europe. I've watched Asian confed. You know? And I want to say to you, sometimes the metrics on the TV is not accurate because reaction timing can be quantified in a different manner. That is true, no problem. But at the same time, you can see reality sometimes, and you can't just bully me into say things that I know ain't true. You understand me? Yes, and that's just me, and it's okay. I might not be the most famous in Jamaica because of my stance, but I never came here to be famous. I came here to help my people via what I've learned. That's it. And my approach will always be that because you have to respect what you have done. Big man, come off the internet and stop talking rubbish. Never hear you talk some will make sense yet. All right. Mac North, well, you need to tell me what rubbish I spoke on just a while ago. The last topic I spoke on was Nolan. And I said that he played all of the games and the others played off the amount and had 2 goal difference. So which rubbish I was speaking on? You understand me? So our reaction timing and all that stuff. But maybe your brain can't comprehend that. So I don't expect you to follow that. But yeah, if you know anything about physics and anything about education, you might can check that yourself. And you might 1 second on the internet, you can figure out that everything that I just said is something you can actually figure out. All right? Yes. So you can, if you don't know, I think you can start learning now. You have a free internet that you click on to come here. All right? So use the same free internet to actually have some sense. All right? Yes. No. I'm not following up that comment. I'm just trying to educate him to go somewhere, type in the same thing that I just spoke on, and saw that there are actual words and terms for things. So you can educate yourself. So you can, remember, we're here to make everybody become a better human being, you know. So even as dumb as he is, he can still become something else, you know. He can still become something else. You understand me? He can still become something else. So let me move on to Richards and Dixton. All right. The man must say, me know if you have no time for them. All right, I understand. All right. Oh God, man, so me know if you have no time for them. Oh my God. All right, so let me go to Dujuan Richards. Let me do Richards first. Dujuan Richards, good Lord. Oh God. So Southampton played Leicester City in the FA Cup. All right. You said I can't bend all 3. It's okay. All right. All right. So Southampton took on Leicester City. All right. And you know that Dujan Richards signed on loan for Leicester City. So we wanted him to get some game time to see what he can really offer in big man football. So this is his second opportunity to play a big man football game. Still have not amassed over 45 minutes as yet in big man football. So we're not going to overanalyze and over criticize him on anything, because I know that we said that we want more time from him for we to come to a better understanding, right? Right, so let me try get you the amount of minutes he played. He came on in 87th minute, and you know that you had the extra times, so he got a good amount of minutes. All right, he got a good amount of minutes, much more than what he had the other day. All right, in that same period, this is what he had on the pitch. I'm trying to get it up for you, people. So on the shot department, he had one shot, and that shot was blocked. All right, I'm using SofaScore. So if you have any other places that you got your data from, maybe it can absolutely changes here and there. Because the last time when he made only the one dribble, when he made the only one dribble the last time, they never even put it on it, I thought. And then I heard people say that he never touched the ball. That was inaccurate. He did touch the ball, and he tried to make a dribble. He completed the dribble, but after that, the ball was lost in the transition of him making the play. You understand me? So he did touch the ball. All right, yeah, but obviously his team was down to 10 men, and he couldn't do much, to be honest, because he's not a defender. All right. So in the passing department, he had 9 of 12, which is 75%. Passing in opposition half, 7 of 9, which is 78, which is solid, and not solid, even good. Then passing in his own half, 2 out of 3, which is always easier, because that all comes down to the additional pressure that you're getting from the opposite side, which I thought that Southampton never always pushed into their final third. It's like instant. They were showing them enough respect, so that makes the defensive third that he is picking up, and off of the midfield third he's picking up, kind of vacant. So it was free passes. It was free passes on the own half side. Long ball 1 of 1 there, which is good to see. All right, and then let me go to the defensive metrics, which would not be so much. His dribbling, he tried 3 dribbles, was successful 1 of the time. That is something that is bread and butter. That's what I love. He had 24 touches, and he lost the ball 9 times out of the 24, and that's the department that I think I'm going to key in on, because his game is heavily down to this part, which is the 1 second, guys, 1 second. Yes, so his game is heavily predicated down on the stop and start movements, which yes, I'm finishing up my dinner. It's my dinner alone. My wife is not here. My kid is over our grandma. So I'm making rice and peas and chicken. I was looking for oxtail when I went to the shop. And then I bought stew beef, I bought chicken, and then I bought pork. All right. I still have all my ingredients for stew peas that I bought in Netherlands, but that is for Wednesday. So my rice and peas and chicken is for today. So I have to just do it. Hold on, man. As I said, I'm here for the people. All right, you guys beat me to say I need to come and do this video, and I'm doing it now. So just understand that this is the time I got blood. So man, I have to mash up the food, mash up the food, and also do the stream, because this is the only time I have blood. All right, yeah. The stove is on low. That's why I sat down for so long. If the stove was on high, I would have had the roasted food blood. All right, I know that you guys are big chef, because you remember after that that little time that you guys show me all of your great foods and stuff, I never brought up food again, I gave you guys credit. You guys can cook. You guys can cook. All right, I heard you. And I never brought up food again, because I saw some legendary cooking. And I said, okay, you know what? They are not bragging this time. They are not bragging this time. They actually can cook. So I never brought up food anymore. I just gone in my corner. I went in my corner and just cooked my food. And I don't brag about any food anymore. Yeah, so anyways, in the dribbling department, this is where most of Whisper's game, which I think you have to change in order for him to be any success overseas. I think the over-reliant on dribbling and stop starting, I think it's not really conducive to systems. All right? it's not really conducive to systems, but obviously they are giving him an opportunity to show what he got, and then they can try to embed him into how they play football. You know, he did try to stop and start a lot, and I think that give people advantage because they're fitter than him, and some are equally faster than him, if not faster. So maybe that's something that he has to work on. We want to see more to see if they do speak to him on that, and then in the next game. Now, we see if he tried to stop and start and play a isolation football instead of a team cohesion type football. So we're waiting to see that. But that's the only thing that I'm looking at. You know? No, the 16-year-old is valid 10 million blood. Tails, he's a very good wonder kid that they're bringing through. Other clubs wanted to buy him for 25 million, and they decided they're going to keep him because if Leicester goes down, they can use him as a bargaining chip. So you can't just jump to say that a 16-year-old starting over Boza. Hear me, over Richards. A 16-year-old starts over Boza blood. All right, Boza is 100 years old. A 16-year-old took Boza's life. So people, so people, a 60-year-old took Bowser's life in Mexico. So so if a 60-year-old starting over Whisper, that is not a crime, blood. That is not a crime. JD, if he's on loan, can Chelsea still limit his time? No, I don't think Chelsea is trying to limit his time. He's out of contract when he's coming back to Chelsea, so I think Chelsea want him to show something, because the problem is Chelsea have not really gotten nothing back on their returns that they tried to get on him. So they want him to show something, then they will decide if they're going to re-sign him or just let him free. Because it's not a certainty that he's going to come back to Chelsea at all. So once it's finished, the loan is finished, he's going to be a free agent. And so it's all down to what he does in this loan itself, to see if Chelsea will be convinced. Because the one thing we know, Chelsea is flacked with football players, especially in that department. So to be honest, if he doesn't perform, I could easily see them not signing him back and don't think that they lose anything. You understand me? But if he does perform, they can sign him back and maybe resell him, because you saw them do that a lot of times. Bigger stars over the world. We just saw them did that with Hutchinson, but Hutchinson was kind of a little bit more bully toward Chelsea, because he was demanding things from Chelsea that Chelsea couldn't give him. Literally like KDB. That's why KDB was demanding game time in certain leagues and they couldn't give him. So Chelsea is a club known for these situations. So even if Whisper doesn't make it at Chelsea, it's not a crime. Salah was at Chelsea. Lukaku was at Chelsea. De Bruyne was at Chelsea. They all there. Hutchinson was at Chelsea and said he wants game time this year because he knows he's good as the rest of them. And he went out and proved that he's good, then re-signed with them, and then they sold him after. So it's a little bit different. You understand me? Chelsea is not a place you can really evaluate yourself and say, oh, he never made it at Chelsea, so he's not good. Nah. Half of the best players them in world football today never made it at Chelsea. And they are the best players in the actual world. Half of the best players for the last 15 years never actually made it at Chelsea. Let that sink in, people. And you can name 10 out of the best players out of the last 15 years actually never made it at Chelsea. It's ridiculous how Chelsea buys players and players leaves and become some ridiculous talents. So but for me, let me go back to Whisper. In the dribbling department, I do believe that because he's not fit enough, he's just relying on, let me try use the tricks them that I have to get an advantage, because he tries to run past people, but he gets a foot over, but he can't get the additional space. So you see that additional space that he usually got in the Manning Cup, or even when you saw him sometimes playing for Jamaica, he will get that additional space. He seems to can't get it. So I think he needs to just realize that just play the ball back to someone else. try to get your fitness level up because you're only going to get certain amount of opportunity from these people, and then they're going to cut you loose. You understand me? So just try to get your fitness level up. Just do the minimum to work into the system. Keep on learning and not try to overdo it. I think he's trying to overdo it too much. Obviously, maybe he knows that he's out of contract, so he's trying to do something for someone else to see him. But sometimes the simpler things are the most impressive things. So just try to complete the passes and just try to be available to receive the passes, and then try to add an end product to it. But the individual, just you want to push past the player and struggling because maybe you can't get to bully him because he's not giving you that arm for you to lean onto, and then you have to match him with speed, or you can't match him with speed, or you can't match him with physicality. Just move the ball, do the simpler things. All right. No, I've just came on the whisper topic, Mr. Yardi. Just. We have been talking about Jamaica football positions and all that other stuff. Right? In Jamaica, the simple things don't get highlighted, and that makes our players think they have to do. No, but I could see why he went to that part, because he was trying to get past, like sometimes maybe it's art. You remember you guys beat me about Whisper's body position, right? Most of those passes were eliminated by Whisper's body position at the start. So when he gets the ball, he only has one opportunity, which is to go forward, because he never picked the ball up in the right position, the right body position. So he has to just go forward. So sometimes you could always have the 3 different zones that they can pass in based on your body position. So all of those things he's learning, and that's why I wanted him to play big man football a long time, because these guys are getting paid. They are not playing. They are not playing. They are getting paid, and they're going to kick you very hard. Yeah. They're going to kick you very hard. They're going to close it down because they are getting paid. So I'm loving that he's there. I want to see him get more game time. I'm hoping that they actually trust him and give him more game time in the league, because it seems like they were resting a lot more players and stuff in this situation. So I want to see if they give him more game time in the league and see how he improves on those things. But we saw a lot of things that he needs to. He's a raw player. He's a very much raw player. That's what we saw. So he needs to work on a lot more things. And to be honest, I always thought that he should turn into, why is he falling down? Son of the soil. The guys are people. The player. Look, they are not balanced players. Whisper and Bailey at this level are not balanced players. Why Whisper was so great in Jamaica is because he was balanced. He was stronger than all of the other individuals. So he always could have pivoted and then move. When you're not balanced, you can't actually do all of the actions that you had done in the past. So that was the next part. So wonderful you brought up that. I love the fact that you brought up that. The lack of balance from him. Big up yourself on one umbrella sport. The lack of balance, he just have to lift more, do more exercise, get more stronger, and then maybe we could, because he's bigger than Bailey, so he should have better balance than Bailey. And remember, he's playing out wide and not central mostly, so it's not helping him as well. When you're central, it's easier to stay more balanced. But when you're on the wing, you're almost always off balance. Okay, you have to learn to play in that role, because you're running and moving and drifting to a side and a person pushing you. So you're always off balance. You understand me? And if you can't get past the player, you're even more unbalanced. You get me? So it's a learning curve. That's what I was telling you guys, and you beat me and said, no, it's a real deal. And I said, I just want to see the player. And I'm loving that you guys are watching the games and see what I was actually saying. But these are obvious things, I never had to watch him play at this level before. I knew that he would have had the struggle with these things, You get me? In the Manning Cup, he never had the half balance so much. even on the wide areas because he pushed the ball past them, and they were running to go back to their 18-yard box. Look at that JC game versus CC. No, that KC versus CC. They don't run on him. They don't run on him, so they run to their box because they think that he's faster. So they're taking the closest angle to get to their box to protect their goal. The players them yesterday and always don't believe he's faster than them. So they are running, they are beside him at the start when he tried to push it. They are running with him so he has to be running to the byline. He can't cut in because he can't pass them. He can't pass them, so he can't cut inside. You see the big difference now? So body strength clash to body strength, and obviously he's not stronger than them because they're pumping all iron for a longer time and they're in a rougher league in their own elements. So it's going to take a little more bit extra work for him to compete. So it's going to take more time. And these are the things that we want our players them to go through. That is called education. He has to figure a way around that. So when you see him fall down, people, that's why you have to watch all of these guys' games and let me talk about it. In Manning Cup, the off balance don't matter. He has time to get, but that's what I said. Because they were running away from him, Jason, and now they're running with him down the byline. So he can't cut in because he can't pass them. James, we talk about the good passes, that the passes that he made, but those passes wasn't on movements. Those passes was 1-2 back pass, 1-2 clearance passes with nobody really closing it down. When you reach the areas that people trying to attack, it's slightly different, Yes, so we have to see more of him, and I'm glad that I'm seeing enough of him. He cast this team. I can't blame him alone. I think the team itself is not the most balanced team. They're just trying to get things done. They got the points deducted, and they have to be planning how to get themselves out of relegation. So his start-stop can be a problem because it's not helpful to teams' balance. The style of play that he has is not a successful team balance play. He has to be a little bit more flowy type player to fit in system. The stopping and the individuality style that he use, it's not going to work. But he has to learn some point. And I think give him a little more time, and I think he's going to eventually learn. JD, he has any passes in the... Yes, man, he has passes in the final third, but the closing passes... we never got a chance to see those, like when he was trying to break past the players them and then connect across our pass. He never had those moments because he was struggling being off balance. So that's what I'm saying. So now your stamina level have to go up, and then we will see if his speed goes up with it, and even his injury. Because remember, he's actually coming off injury as well, Remember, he's coming off injury as well, G-Shine, a powerful one, He's a powerful one, He's a powerful one. He's a powerful one. He's a powerful one that, a man just said maybe he needs to play in the box. I always thought that he should do it, He has the size, but maybe he doesn't like to get the hits. And in the central of the box, people, you get thump and kick always in the blood. You get thump and kick always. So I don't think he's that type of player. He's a big human being trying to play like a Leon Bailey. So it's a difference. He's trying to play like a Leon Bailey. So he doesn't have that. The one that what you want him to do, I don't think he has it in him now, because I've never really saw it in him. You get me? He wants to play like Leon Bailey, So, and believe me, the thump and kick you get in those backs that referee allows, I don't think he's ready for that, especially at this level. So I think at this point he has to stay out wide. It's the best balance he has at this point, or at best play him as a cam behind the striker. Behind the striker or out wide. I would say he has to stay out wide, in my opinion. I think he gets more time on the ball. All right. The false nine that he drops off and your winger them do the work. Yeah, maybe you could look at it. But his passing is not the best. I don't think he's a team player. Because remember, he has not played team football in his entire time, you know. I've watched all of these games he plays, and he's not a passer of the football. He's a person that stops the football and mashed up systems. But because he has been scoring, you don't care about the system being mashed up. So you have to build his whole game to play a false nine role. And if you're playing a false nine role, why don't you just put him out on the wing areas? I think he fits that false nine out wide role. So I wouldn't bring him back inside as a central forward. I would want, sadly, even Kaheim Dixton now would give it over Whisper as a central forward. Because Kaheim Dixon is a much more fleet-footed player. He takes up better positioning and he has better passing range than Whisper. So I would say Kaheim Dixon would be a better central forward than him. But I think he's better on the wing than Kaheim Dixon. So I don't know if they made the wrong player. No, I turned on the pot very low, very low. Next time I go in, it's done. All right? If him go stop the man system, yeah, they're going to take him off very early. So if him stay out on the wing, let him stay out there, man, and do whatever he wants to do, you know. So which player right now would Whisper compare to a top player if you can think of a role? Jesus Christ, who plays like him? Who plays like him? A top player. I think he wants to play like Doku. He's more of my boy that just signed, Jason. He's more of my boy that just signed from Bournemouth with the physicality, but he wants to play like Doku. He actually wants to play exactly like Tiny Doku, being a million more miles stronger. You understand me? Big up yourself, Brian Burke. So he wants to play like Doku. I think that's what he enjoys. Doku plays like Leon Bailey. I think Doku is a way better player than Leon Bailey. Way more technical than Leon Bailey as well. Pretty much similar speed, if not faster. Yes, he's more like Semenyo, but wants to play like Doku, which makes no sense. And the reason why Doku doesn't get so much games, you know, Pep doesn't like when a man stop his damn play. You understand me? Pep doesn't like when a man, Pep says it in his interview, Doku stops the game too much. And if a man, so first thing, Pep don't like offside. And people that stops a game, it stops the flows of the lines. And Doku make your team offside 95% of the times. Obviously, he's getting better. He's from Belgium. I love him. But it's very hard because unless you're a heavily depended on player, people will accept it. But it's easy for people to get rid of you and stay away from you when you play like that. So I would love for him to adapt a different style. So don't use this as a criticism. Just use it as some advice, Richards, and try to cut out the start and stop. And try to get into the flow of the game, you know. But he's better of using his size and strength and directness. Maybe Butler did too much. Yes, I think Butler tried to make a next Leon Bailey, not realizing that this man is 15-inch taller than the next Leon Bailey. Because he thought that that's the way to the success, you know. So he made it, but he has to convert a lot. I think he's going to gradually convert a lot because I think he respects the people that he's around, and he's going to learn that what you're doing cannot really work out towards team plays, you know. Whisper has low football intelligence. He's not from a location that has high footballing intelligence. So I don't think his football intelligence will be high. I always said I thought that he has a low footballing intelligence. And he relies on oversize and overmatches. But more games you play, your football intelligence can rise, you know, if you're an intelligent person in the first place. Because a football intelligence comes by knowledge. And obviously we knew that he never had the knowledge. He never had the knowledge. So more of these games, he's going to gradually we will know if he has good IQ, natural good IQ, because we will see if he's going to adapt. So that's why we want him to play a game, because if he doesn't play, he's going to be a forklard forever, and he's going to be the greatest thing behind Walter Boyd. But when he plays now, you can see that, okay, maybe Dixton was better at this. Maybe Cephas was better at this. Maybe he's not that. You will see, or maybe he's the greatest thing as what everyone predicted. You will see it. But it's hard for you to see nothing. Because nothing is there. You understand me? And the story is there, so people can hold up the banner. So we're glad that he's getting more game time. You know? Kudos, hold your head up and go out there and fight hard. Let me see, after 5-6 more games, if he gets a lot of minutes, you will see if his natural IQ adapting faster, and you can look at what level he truly is at this point, you know? Yeah. Bro, Dixon just have a small body, but I respect. Yeah, man. I always said that I think that Dixon is a more intelligent player than Richards, and I thought that he was way more intelligent than Richards in football in IQ, because no, Dixon. What is holding back Dixon is just surrounding one, and also he just doesn't have the strength. And people put him in the wrong positions. Because to be honest, at this point, you know, bringing him to Charlton might be a bad idea. I want to read this for you guys. But let me check the pot. Let me cut out the pot first. 1 second. Oh my God, it's snowing. All right. Yeah. Wow. It's snowing, guys. It's literally snowing outside here. Damn. If Dixon have what Whisper have, yes. If you catch Dixon together with Whisper, I think they would have made a much better player. I agree. I fully agree with that. I think that is exactly what needed to happen. If you can clash both of them together. My rice and peas is finished. It was my meat. But anyways, for the Richard one, for Dixon. Let me read this out now. Kaheim Dixton joined Charlton from Jamaica Premier League side Arnett Garden for an undisclosed fee in August 2024, signing a 4-year deal with the club. The talented forward was originally identified via club's partner Mount Pleasant, which nobody wanted to give credit. Mount Pleasant, with the move then being assisted by Charlton's strong links to Dixon's national team. Born and raised in Trenchtown, Dixon has already made a number of senior appearances and scored for Jamaica, and was also a part of the Reggae Boyz 2024 Copa America squad alongside Charlton Academy graduate Karai Anderson. He had a successful college career for Clarendon, not because Clarendon is a normal school, not necessarily a college after high school. Yeah, scoring important goals to help the college win various finals and ending his college career in 20. So I think they make Clarendon is a college or just a name of a technical high school. Let me know, because I thought that Clarendon is not a college itself. It was a technical high school type thing, you know? So let me know, because they are describing it thinking that it's a college. Yes, so this is what they write in his signing here. All right? But you need to listen to the things, all right? With ending 2023 with 32 goals and 17 assists. The forward talent and potential meant within a year of playing college football, he was playing alongside established Premier League stars in the Jamaica front line. Mikel Antonio, Bobby Reed, Ethan Pinnock in the defense. Okay, this is the actual signing. Sorry, you see, people. So when I told you that the national team sells these players by the caps them that they do get, and the overseas players sells these players for contract more than anything else. This is the paper that signs the player. So people that wants the overseas players them not to come, Jamaica wouldn't sell much players if you don't have overseas players. because everybody they mention in these letters are literal overseas players, why they're taking chances on these kids. After analyzing the first stint at Crawley Town, the first stint of Crawley Town never went as well. Dixton fell out of favor with the actual team itself and was not even making the bench. After assessment, both teams come to an understanding, decided that they're going to cancel the loan and recall Dixton. Dixon's the problems that they found with Dixton is solely based off with the positions that he was playing in and also the strength of the player. So people that's asking what was the problem with Dixton, it is solely physicality in those leagues. They are very physical leagues. If you watch them, if you take your time out and actually watch the leagues, you would have known this. I kept my first analysis on Dixton. I said I'm not sure if he can deal with this physicality in a man because they just bounce him out it, you know. Yes, signals. Yes, that's what, but I'm just reading off it like his whole makeup, his history in England. You understand me? Yes, and if you had typed it in, you would have figured out that was a problem. So for people that says that he's coming to save Charlton, you understand me? Why sometimes I can't grab onto those things because I would have seen him. They tried him at League One. They complain about the physicality. They brought him down to League Two. Then they complain about the physicality. I think a championship just proven with Whisper how physical it is. Whisper can't bully anybody in that. So why should I agree with your statement when I have valuable proof to say that he was not coming to help Charlton? And now I'm going to read it out to you because Charlton says he's going to go down to the U21s. And then after a certain period, they're going to reassess him. And then now, I don't want to go into this one because the coach from Crawley actually called out the players them that he signed. He literally said, let me read this. So let me give you you can go and read them yourself. Let me go back for it. And massive respect for all the people that keep on giving me the information. Yes. We are in a position, Crawley Town, we are in a position, we had to sign players. And we never brought in the players to just have make-up numbers. They came in to produce. And in 20 outings, a collection of 4 signings that we brought in with good back names. I don't know what he meant by that. Good back names. They had not produced. They only created 4 goals opportunity. 4 goals opportunity. And then we brought in others and they had performed. And we can't keep developing people's players. I have a club to run. So Crawley Town literally said that they're not going to just play players based off names and stories that he told us. It's all comes into production and he has to get results. So go and look it up yourself. I will try to give you guys they just text me and I will forward the information to you. You read it yourself as well. So you understand, these players might be very good players, but the positions that the agents and get them into, I at this point I'm not sure that Charlton should have been the best option then, because Charlton doesn't have the time to spend on him, and you're sending him places that don't have the time to spend on him either. You understand me? And this makes it bad for the player. Because that means the player's development. He already played 2 U21 games and scored in his first. Thank you. But Cygnus, I'm reading off the paper, Cygnus. So I have to tell you exactly what's taking place. You understand me? So it's not me, no, Cygnus, I'm just reading. So if I said he already played 2 U21 games, that tells you what the paper is saying is accurate. It even make more sense. You understand me? And the direction. So I'm just saying, maybe the Asian need to revisit this one. Yes, MLS people need to consider. Um, people need to consider MLS and stop looking down on the MLS. People need to stop looking down on the MLS blood. I think MLS is very good. It's that MLS is sending players to England, and they are not coming back to the MLS. They are actually staying in England. So maybe Jamaica's actual route is to send them to the MLS or the USL, give a certain amount of time, pay the same attention, on them. If the loan is not going good or the deal is not going good, you move him to somewhere else. But go to the MLS, try to work from there and go other places, because these guys don't have any time. Clearly, even League Two teams don't have times for one of our promising footballer. Championship sending players to Germany, Spain. Not criticizing, just adding, okay, no problem, thank you. Yeah, USL, USL players going to the MLS and going back to the Premier League and the Championship. What are we talking about? People don't doubt the USL here. Remember we saw around 6. Furthermore, you want me to tell you how much players coming in from the MLS going to the USL? Because their parent club can't find position for them, and they send them to the USL to play for a season. I can name out 45 players that's in the USL doing that now, and they are MLS players. So don't talk the USL blood. Don't talk the USL. The problem is our ego. You see it? It's our ego, because the USL doesn't seem promising, and the name is not the biggest. Brother, we need to cut out this egotistic thing, man. This is stopping us from reaching places, because you don't have any football fundamentals. You have not learned anything. You just have some physicality and you want some help in life. And you're going to turn down any level of schooling with certified people? No. Take the USL. Once you have ambition, you are going to come out well. It's just the ambition. A lot of people that you judge the USL on from Jamaica, they just lacked ambition. It's not the USL killed them. They just lacked ambition. They never had any goal, and people told them that they were great. And once positions hit them, they just folded like clothes. You understand me? Yes, I think the agents are focusing on bags and killing the youth in career. Because remember, other kids are there. It's not just Jamaicans alone in these locations. Other kids are there, and they are hungry just like your kids as well. They are hungry just like your kids. So going forward, we have to find the right places to put the kids them and ensure that they're going to get guaranteed game time, man. Because you can play for the Jamaican national team, but you can't get a game in a League Two, because they have a intention to get some games. They have an intention to win something and qualify for something or stay up or whatever the situation is. Just because they have that, you can't get a game, you can't be a help to that. And you still getting game time in the national team? That is kind of shocking to me, man. I don't know if it's shocking to you guys, but it's definitely shocking to me. England ain't easy. All non-team, yes. They fold like Shami Maka. Look at Norman Campbell. If he went to America, he would be in and around USL. Yeah. Crawley has been struggling from day one. So it was even harder. Most Jamaicans ended up in struggling teams, unfortunately. Either relegation or promotion. Yes, so what we have to do is just try to send the man closer to our region. So first thing, closer to our region, climates will be closer to our region. So the adaptability would slightly be better than England. You understand me? So we are going to complain about everything and use every excuses when all we're doing is just not taking the location that presents to us and a more rational understanding. You understand me? It would have worked out much better. So we should target the USL and MLS at this point. We're Jamaica national team going if players can't start in League Two or even make the bench, because he wasn't even making the bench at one point. They just decided they're going to bring in 4 players, and those 4 players clearly fitted in very easier, and more likely those 4 players that they brought was from out their region. So it's not because they're from England, it's solely because they're from the region Yes, it's because they're from England, but because they can adapt a little bit faster. JD, don't you see Campbell is holding down his... but Campbell is playing. Campbell just got the goal of the actual month, I think, in the championship. You know? MLS don't choose local Jamaicans anymore. They rather go for Latin. But tell you what, you have to make yourself important. 1 second, guys. Let me close out the pot now. Alright. Yeah. I can't believe that the snow come down so hard. I can't believe that the snow came down so hard, man. Campbell, brother, when we were telling you that these players are way better players, I don't know what people seeing with their eyeballs. Campbell, brother, there is no player in Jamaica team better than Campbell, brother. He's not the best player ever in the world, but there's no player actually better than Campbell in the actual team, in the Jamaica team. You know? It's just because of what we just saw. When players getting signed, it has to be heavily based. When Jamaican players going overseas, it has to be heavily based on caps. So Jamaica wanted to qualified. Which country are you living in? I'm living in Belgium. Belgium. I always lived in Belgium. I do go to Netherlands, and if I have to go to France or England, I do go those places. But I live in Belgium. So he was all, yes, Chef Crum. I think Campbell gets in over Bailey as well, because what he does better than Bailey, he has a way higher IQ than Bailey. He plays defensive as well than Bailey, and he's faster and also more balanced than Bailey. So today, if you're asking me if I'm picking Campbell over Bailey, 1000% I am picking Campbell over Bailey. Campbell offers so much more than Bailey if we just honestly look at football, what they do in a football game. Yes. And don't be surprised if you see him get a next move and we keep on saying that he's not doing enough. What we determine is enough. That's the problem. He's a much more cohesive player than Liam Bailey. Liam Bailey is a player that's a downhill player. A downhill player, that's Liam Bailey. That's the way he goes. When the guy came into Jamaica team, that's the first time I saw Lembekise looked good. Because Lembekise could have actually relied on someone underlapping and made tackles, and he could have even started the transition for Mike Campbell. That's the first time you saw that on the right-hand side for Jamaica. So sometimes the things that we think are football, it's not, you know. Only people think that Dixton is good are Jamaicans, bro. Okay, so you don't think he's good none at all. I see that he has better fundamentals than the average Jamaican players, so I wanted to give him a chance, you know. But clearly, it's going tough for him. It's going tough for him, you know. There is no player in Jamaica better than Campbell right now. Not one, Kevin says. But I thought that the guy came in form, and it's just because these guys have to carry so much weight coming in the national team. If the national team just had an honest policy of picking players and giving people full autonomy, it would be good, you know. I would pick him over Damari Gray as well too, because Damari Gray plays, you know. But I still think that he offers more than Damari Gray and Liam Bailey, you know, because Damari Gray is not as physical as him, especially now. Even though Damari Gray is still solid, but he's not as physical as him. And what he offers to a team, especially a team that's fight for control. Damari Gray is a Rolls Royce player that you put him on top of something. Campbell can be the exact player that Jamaica needs, because he can be a robust player that plays well without even possession, because he's going to drop back and he's going to fight hard. Yeah, man, Damarick is a good player, man, but he's much more of a Rose Rice player than Campbell. Campbell is a very strong physical player, even though his size wouldn't tell you that. All right, so people say they wanted Cephas. Guys, I'm done, because my food finishes, and I want to mash up my food now, violently, All right. All right, so let me get it here. JD, Jamaica sucks. JD, trust with. Okay, well. Man said Jamaica sucks. I can't read all those things here because people will think it the wrong way, Yeah, but I just think that we got confused. We are in good position. No, they give people in Jamaica to make decisions, and it's hard for them to pick players based on quality. It's gonna always go to what they know because some of them even ain't qualified to even know what good players are because they are literally coming out of a position that they don't actually have football. JD, take calls. JD, I've been thinking, is Jamaica over reliant on sending players to England rather than to Portugal? Yeah, maybe. Tell us the Bailey off the pitch story. Oh, God. You're waiting on that. Oh, yeah. My auntie is a very good football follower, and she's a Jamaican as well in England. I went to stay with her the last time. And Tyrese can't get enough game time in League 2. Okay. Gray is still in pole position on the left. All right, yeah, I'm surprised that when people underlook or overlook Gray, it's mental. But you know what? Let the man do them thing. Yeah. So my auntie called me, and my auntie said, I was going to call you the other day, because I went to Aston Villa. Obviously, she's a person in good position. She went to Aston Villa and she was saying that everybody said they wanted Liam Bailey out, like Liam Bailey is like jerk chicken or something. I don't know the reference. And she really love Liam Bailey, because she always think that I don't like Liam Bailey because just the way you guys fight me, is so my family fight me, and Jamaica topics, Yes, and I'm not budging because I describe the players them, and she said yes. Yes. I heard from good enough sources that they don't want him there. The fans them don't really want him back because they thought the team really moved on. They needed some additional pieces, but Liam Bailey style is not conducive to winning and team orientation because that's what they orientated, I should say, because that's what they are using to win games this year. So they don't really want him back because they thought that those players never really gave them what they truly wanted to push forward. And to be honest, and it was not only Liam Bailey, a lot more other players that left. They thought that was the right sell at the time, and I think Liam Bailey should just go and don't come there. And pretty much that's what I saw the papers saying. They don't want Liam Bailey there, and he had an assist the other day. So I don't know why they just hate Liam Bailey, and it's a place filled with Jamaicans. It's a place that's filled with Jamaicans. It's a place filled with Jamaicans, and for some reason, they just don't take on to Liam Bailey. I don't know why, When I'm going to Birmingham, I will try to go the end of the year, I think. Let me see. The end of the year, or I need to go to, I need to go to a match, people. I wonder if I can go to Arsenal versus Manchester City, in Manchester, They took away the assist and call it a own goal. Jesus Christ. Yo, even the atmosphere fighting against the baller. The baller, Bailey. Jesus Christ. Even the atmosphere fighting against the baller star. Jano. Oh, God. I saw a picture and it doesn't look good. Oh, I see. No, they don't like him, blood. I don't, but I think they're going overboard a little bit, Guys, I go there. Where my auntie lives is right in Aston Villa, pretty much stadium. You understand me? So I go there. And she have to be telling me that, look like you were right on that player, because everybody saying what you were saying about that player around 2 years now. I say, yeah. And she said she never wanted to call me. And tell me that I was telling the truth. You see, people, so even my own auntie never wanted to tell me that I was right. So if you guys out here eating on me and don't want to tell me that I was right, I can understand. It's a lack of discipline, JD. Okay. So JD, you come in stateside for World Cup, brother. America seems people. I am very alright. I'm okay. I'm happy in life. I can't go to places that makes me uncomfortable, you know? And America seems like it makes you uncomfortable, blood. The way they are operating, like everybody wants to come to America. Nobody wants to come to America. I don't want to go to America. If I'm going to America, I want to go there for something. And it looks like they're going to they're going to come in your way after you go in there for something and don't want to stay. You know, these bag of ice and bad enough people, even when you're just passing through. I am not in that, brother. I will go to Canada or Mexico for the games them. I'm not going to know America, blood. Nobody ain't frightened for America, blood. You know? So, JD, how do I go to Belgium? You can go to Belgium several ways. You can leave from Jamaica to Belgium. You can leave a lot of places to Belgium. You can leave from France to Belgium as well. France is next to Belgium. Germany is next to Belgium. Netherlands is next to Belgium as well. So you have several ways you can go to Belgium. Yeah, so for me, you can't walk. You can't walk from England to Belgium, blood. You have to take the ferry, or you have to take a plane or the train. I'm in America. I have to work. I have a work permit and still afraid of ice. Yeah, chef, I'm not into that, brother. I'm too okay to be going to places, spend my own money for a man to disrespect me. He must be mad, man. I am okay. I will go to Mexico, even though Mexico is very dangerous. Mexico is very dangerous. But I will try to go to, if I'm going to any one of those countries, I will go to Canada. I hope they put the good games in Canada, in man. And don't put all of the good games in America, in man. You know? Which games, where Jamaica games then would be? Let me see. World Cup draw. World Cup schedule. World Cup schedule. Let me see. 2026. Let me look at that, and then I can tell you, guys, man's not going to know America, you know, so I hope the FIFA World Cup schedule, if Jamaica qualify, which is very much of a big if. All right, so let me see where potential Congo would be. I'm trying to look where potential Congo would be, or Jamaica, and where it would be, you know. All right, let's see. Yeah, man. GS and them man in America, them can stay there. Brian Burke and them man, Nosage and all in the America, them can stay there, blood. I am okay. We are not full citizens there. You know, we are just visiting. All right, let me see. All right, Charlton versus Birmingham, March, okay. It would be in the Portugal group. Yes, Portugal group. All right, let me try and maximize this thing so we can get it here. All right, so Portugal group. Where is Portugal? All right. So Mexico playing in Mexico City. That makes sense. All right. Which are the... Okay, so that means America. Oh, my God. Of course, that they wanted to do that. Let me see if all of the games they play in America for Portugal. All right, Portugal. Yeah, so Houston. So Houston, Portugal will play Houston. Ecuador, Curacao, Houston, Portugal. Game would be in Houston. Portugal, Uzbekistan would be in Houston. So all of the games then would be in Houston, people. JD, is so hard to find life in America, okay? Houston, the games will be people. If it's true that Africa boycott the World Cup, I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of people boycott the World Cup. People, it's not easy, you know, man. You can't be looking at people. You can't be okay. You can't leave your wife and kid here and they say you're going to America to die. You're not in World War blood. Because anything can happen based on how they treat people, you know? So they have to give people the assurance that they are not going to treat people terrible, you know? Be honest, my sister, my sister said she went to America and she never had no problem at all. People treated her good. So let me make sure tell you that I heard that people went to America a couple weeks ago, and she never had any problems. So I'm not going to say that everybody go to America. It's just sure you're going to be disrespected. But I heard people went and they literally detained them, and their paperwork, everything was okay, and they still detained them and had problems. So I guess it can go anyway. It's just all comes down to your luck, you know? Oh, so son of a silent, live in America. Okay. Ice is off in. Okay, fair. So people, you have to be careful. It's gonna be in Houston, according to the groupings. So Jamaica would be having games in Houston if they do qualify. Yes, or Congo as well. People are so to themselves, bro. Okay, so you're saying that if people had come together a little bit more and stood up for something, maybe they would have pushed back ICE a long time. Okay. Well, it's sad then, you know. But people, we have touched all the topics them so far. People said I should talk about CFAS. Let me get CFAS here before we leave. So Ronaldo CFAS. Let me see how much games played for his club. All right. 13th, they won 4-1, and he has a goal in that game. Let me see if he started or he came on. Okay, why they don't give it? I can watch the game. I will try and go back on my TV and try get the game. All right, because I'm not seeing much in it. They said it was a club friendly. They said it was a club friendly, and he got a goal in the game. All right, in the 90+ minute. But they are not showing the substitutions, so I don't know if he started or not. So what I'm going to do, the game in Atlanta. 1 second, Jason. So they said Houston here, Jason. Portugal will play in, and so unless the Jamaica games would not be there, but if Jamaica is going to be in Portugal group, they have to play. So unless they have to play more than one place. So Atlanta, let me see if Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta and Houston. Okay, but I guess they would still have to play a game because they would have to play Portugal just the same. Okay, so both location, but they still have to play Houston and Atlanta. All right, so we don't know if he started, so I can't do much on it. I will have to do the research. I will have to watch the game. I have the luxury to watch the game. Can just turn it on my TV. So I will watch it, and then once we are coming back, people, we will have some information to give you. All right, so take your time, walk good. I'm going to mash my food up and stuff and live my rest of my life. And as what I said, people, when you hear, I'm going to repeat it again, when you hear people disrespecting me on the internet and stuff, you don't need to bring it back to me, because I don't watch them. I don't watch them, for one. I don't watch other channels, for once. And all of the channels them come here, they built their platform off my channel. So if you see them being disrespectful, clearly I never gave them what they wanted. Period. All right? Yes. So you don't have to text me about that. Just call me and talk about football. These people are beneath me. All right? Yes. Beneath me. I'm telling you that 100%. So me don't want to acknowledge them, tell you that they are beneath me as a human being. All right? Yes. So when you text me, use the number wisely. Let me just talk football. You understand me? Yes, they are beneath me. I don't come on the internet beg anybody nothing, or I don't live on the people's rules. They are beneath me. You understand me? Yes. I am a person that strive for the best, work hard, don't believe that I'm the greatest. I come and learn and adapt and be successful. I never came in anybody's country, act like I'm the greatest, and then fold like cans. I am not that type of human being. I work hard, learn. I know that I'm not the greatest, and I adapted and became successful. And I am very happy in my position. You understand me? Yes. So these people are beneath me, people. All right? Nobody ain't seen my food blood. All right? You guys are big chefs. I gave you that title. I never run for no chef position. All right, I never run for no chef position, so I'm not showing my food blood. My food is going to fill my belly blood. JD, let's see your food. I did cook the rice and peas and chicken. I will leave the rest of the food for tomorrow. All right, yes. I would do the not tin mackerel, rice and peas and chicken. I did made man, but I had the pork and I had the stew beef. But that can go through the rest of the week, and I have the stew peas as well for Wednesday. So that means my food days plan out. All right. Yes. So even my food days, people, I planned out for weeks. All right. Yes. You see? Yeah. I don't go day to day life. I planned out my food days for weeks. So you see the type of person I am? I have everything planned out blood. All right. Including my food days. Okay. Yes. All right, so take care of yourself, people, and just know that it's just love that you guys support me. I understand. Don't get wrong, I don't think of it wrong when you guys contact me and show me what's going on. But I'm just saying with a respect. I have more respect for you than you just bring some news to me. I want to talk about football. Yes, that does make sense. I don't see these people as sensible. Sensible. I don't see them as sensible. All right, and you contacting me, I know that you're sensible. All right, yes. Sardine and dumpling. Oh, people, before I go, I did make dumpling the other day. I made dumpling and pasta sauce with sausages because I couldn't get the beef at the time. So what pasta sauce is, it has the minced meat in it. So like how you'd have made grounded beef. Already with the sauce, you have jars. You have jars that it's already made. So I mashed up that fast with some dumpling the other day when my wife was eating. What they were eating? I think spaghetti they were cooking for their dinner because they like the more Belgian dishes. And for me, I just mashed up. That, and believe me, raw Jamaican food, real life. Than that, and believe me, I like it. I've mashed it up. I still have 2 more dumplings in there that I'm going to fry tomorrow with plantain and egg. All right. All right. So people, enjoy the life, people. All right, you don't have one life to live. Enjoy the life. What Gemma eat? You're not gonna hear of a lot of the food kinds here because them eat food. They have different dishes. Believe me. What Gemma eat? She like special sauce because I have a sauce that I put on the chicken. The way I do the chicken, she like brown stew chicken. That's what she like. She call it special sauce when she telling her mother because her mother really don't know. Her mother knows these things because she cook most of the dishes as well, just like me. So she liked special sauce. So she liked the browning. I bought the browning in England. So I have a lot of the browning. So she liked brown stew chicken. Brown stew chicken she like. For the person that asked what Gemma like. El Mexi. Brown stew chicken she like. Maybe she don't eat the others. So what I have to do one day, and she like KFC. So that means she like French fried chicken as well. And the KFC here, it's close to Jamaican KFC. I think both Belgium and Netherlands. Obviously, it was the Netherlands one. Asava Powell said it's close to Jamaica one, if not on par with Jamaica KFC. So the KFC people, I never said so. Asava Powell. You guys said Asava Powell was a sellout. Asava Powell said that after I was here telling you about the KFC, I was here telling you about the KFC, right? And you guys said I'm gonna sell out. No, if you had come to Netherlands and tasted the Netherlands KFC blood, and you go to Jamaica as well, why? What? You know what? I can't bother with you guys. The fact that you never went to Netherlands, so you never tasted it. Me went to Netherlands, tasted it, and tasted Jamaican one, and said that blood. It ain't no difference, blood. And Asama Powell said the same. So the 2 persons that went there said the same, And you guys say we are sell out Jamaica. Brother, we never said better than Jamaica one. We said it was the same level blood. All right? And I think that the Belgian one is the same level as the Netherlands one. So it's the same level as the Jamaica one blood. All right? Yes. So sometimes we can just be honest, man. We can just be honest, Yeah, that's the difference with all KFCs around the world. Um, the problem with the only advantage Jamaica has, Jamaica have barbecue chicken. I have never went to anywhere on earth and saw barbecue chicken. England said they have barbecue chicken, but they give you the chicken and then put the sauce on it. That is not barbecue chicken. Real life barbecue chicken. I don't know how I can explain it to people that comes from America and stuff. But it's like the barbecue is cooked in the meat. Jamaica has that. You understand me? I don't think anywhere else has that on earth. The Netherlands don't have it, but they have the normal fried chicken. So I was just talking about fried chicken to fried chicken. I think that Netherlands and Belgium fried chicken is, and Jamaica is on the same tier. I don't think Jamaica fried chicken is better than them, and I don't think theirs are better than them. They are on the same. So I don't really miss out on KFC and fried chicken, but the barbecue in Jamaica is next level, revolutionary. Believe me, when you get a 3-piece barbecue, you're reasoning with your soul. Believe me, people, the amount of KFC I ate in Jamaica is ridiculous. So believe me, that barbecue, I can tell you, that barbecue is legendary in Jamaica. That's what I will agree with you now. If you want me to agree with you that Jamaica have the best, Jamaica KFC is the best. Richard Samuels, I am giving you what Jamaica KFC is the best at. Samuels, all right, because you can't say they are the best KFC because you haven't been to all KFCs. But what you can say that Jamaica barbecue is the best KFC in the world. You know why? Because they are the only ones does this. And believe me, it's incredible. It's incredible. So anybody going to Jamaica, just find some barbecue. All right? Been to Netherlands and Belgium, but don't eat KFC. Please try it. Next time you go there, try it. So you can join me and Asafa Powell telling people the truth. Because we need more people to tell the truth. So we can come off of the sellout Jamaica case, Yeah, but barbecue, I think that barbecue, that I don't know how they make it in Jamaica, because I've never made it myself. But barbecue in Jamaica, man, it's something else, man. Jesus Christ. Maybe that's the nicest thing. I can't say that because I think stew peas is still my first choice food. What is your, before we run, people, we're going to take 10 more minutes and talk about some food, because the best conversations on this channel is always food. Name your top 5 dishes that you have in Jamaica. For me, I think stew peas come first. Stew peas come first, people. Because remember, guys, it's from 5 years old I was wishing to eat these things, on a regular basis, Stew peas come first. The barbecue KFC have to come second here. Barbecue KFC have to come second here. Barbecue KFC come second on my list. Ooh, let me find some food. People, mackerel and dumpling is a revolutionary food. Tin mackerel, tomato mackerel and dumpling. People, mackerel and dumpling. Mackerel and dumpling. Tin mackerel, that is legendary dumpling. All right. Mackerel and dumpling. My third on my list, you're gonna realize that I'm not so all right, third. Ooh, dokuno. I never ate those things, Let me tell you now. Ackee and saltfish and dumpling. Ackee and saltfish. So let me put ackee and saltfish has to be on the list. I know that maybe some people are not allergic to it, but ackee and saltfish, that's ackee. Some people are allergic to ackee, so I can understand if you don't have it on the list or you never tried it, even if you're Jamaican. Ackee and saltfish. So ackee and saltfish has to be on the list. All right. Aki and Salfish oxtail. See there, people. The final one, oxtail. Okay. You know, I can go to 10. I can go to 10 here, people. Oxtail, oxtail. Oxtail has to be in the top 5. Oxtail has to be in the top 5. Oxtail was expensive in Jamaica, but oxtail and beans, butter bean, oxtail butter bean. No, Richard Samuel, who will forget oxtail? People, the top 5 is very strong. So when you come on to food kind, still I want to say that, in my opinion, Jamaica still have some of the better. Obviously, I'm from Jamaica, so it's easy for me to pick because my wife wouldn't pick 5 Jamaican dishes. She might would have had 1 out of the 5. But believe me, stew peas. But the barbecue is still the barbecue KFC. I can tell you, I know that it's not healthy, people. I know you're gonna come because you have some people like Andre, Determine, and those souls. They love to talk about the level of what you call it? Oh, you need to eat more green leaf. Brother, I will sit down and eat a bucket of barbecue, brother. And a real bucket of barbecue. I'm talking a bucket of barbecue. If KFC call me, Kendrick, you're mad. You never eat dokun. No, I'm from Kingston in the blood. I'm from Kingston, heart of Kingston, Mans come from literal jungle, Waltham, everywhere where you get to them come from. So, man, be a country people eat dokono, brother. I never heard somebody in Kingston talk about dokono. You know, when I went to Westmoreland, I heard someone talk about that. So, you're acting like all of the food kinds are popular everywhere in Jamaica. Nah, Kingston don't really. Kingston is kind of different from rest of Jamaica in the blood. All right. I Revive said oxtail number 1, jerks chicken number 2, curry goat. I had curry goat there. Yes, brown stew chicken and rasta pasta. Rasta pasta. Good food that. Dokuno is a good food. I never ate it before, so I'm not going to be here telling you lies. All I'm saying is, one come from the heart of Kingston blood. You know, we don't really know so much of the whole of Jamaica in the blood. Veggie chunks. I did eat veggie chunks, but I know them Rasta man are come and Ital is vital and all them foolish in the blood. Let me just have a discussion. Give you 5 Ital is vital food. Then, all right, we can give 5 food. You're going to eat Ital is vital every day. My grandmother used to make it. Escovitch fish, bruh. I did it. Yeah, escovitch fish is affordable. Blood. Remember, we kind of never always rich in the blood. All right. We come from sufferation. Come on with escovitch fish and veggie chunks and them stuff there. You think people that get can afford all them stuff there? But then I want to in the blood. I have to mash up mackerel and rice, mackerel and dumpling. You need to put those things in it, you know. Dokono is Kenchi in Ghana. Okay. Nice. Trust me, it big in a Kingston as well. Okay. Well, clearly my mother never cooked it before. Give me. My grandmother never did either. And all of the other people in the yard that I went to eat food never cooked it either. So all of them people in a Kingston never know about it either. You know? Yes. All right. So that is my legendary food. And now you understand that the only way you can catch me is by a KFC. And it has to be barbecue available in the store in Jamaica. Or else you can't kill me because I'm not going to be present. All right. Beef patty. Beef patty. Yes, so the only way to catch me to murder me, for the purpose of people that threaten me always, has to be in a KFC, and it has to be beside the barbecue table. God! Or else I will never die. I will never die by your hands because you are not going to have what is required. Is KFC barbecue the same as barbecue fried chicken? KFC, I don't know what they... Let me try type in barbecue Jamaican chicken. Jamaican barbecue KFC. Yes, because I don't know what they're doing, but all I know it's the greatest thing. All right? Barbecue KFC. KFC, Jamaica. Yes. Yeah, man. I don't know what it is, man. But one thing I know, all right. Oh, God. Look at the chicken, man. People, this looks different. This looks different. This looks different from I think they cook this in barbecue blood. See it here? KFC barbecue. All right, they cook that. Yeah, see it here, blood. It's not no barbecue sauce going, nothing. This is real life engraved barbecue in the chicken. Liquor. I know it's so. I do so like I love my belly now. Jamaica KFC Barbie fry. Okay, Barbie fry. You wanna call it? Okay, but still barbecue now because that's what they name it on the actual box barbecue. You understand? So yeah. So yeah, man. That's I think. Believe me, yeah, that's not normal blood. You know. If you guys come into Belgium, you might can bring somebody, you know, and link me up, you know. And let me reason with it, you know. Kingston people consume dokono maybe once a year. Okay, that makes sense. So that's why I don't know what it is, you know. Yes. Did you ask your wife about Belgoz? Belgoz. Belgoz. Let me see. Belgoz. London. Belgoz Hong Kong. What is Belgoz? AI. Belgoz. What is Belgoz? Belgoz most commonly refer to Belgoz restaurants, a dining venue specializing in authentic Belgian cuisine. Okay, mussels, stove lace, friches, yes, Flemish beef stew. Oh yeah. This is very popular. Even when I go to the all-inclusive places, they are all there. So you don't have to. So you don't have to go to Belgoz. All of the restaurants. This is just like Belgium. Stove lace is in all restaurants, which is stew beef in English. Fries, with fries. Mussels is a thing popular in I have never eaten mussels. I don't like it. Don't like the look of it, but Belgian people love mussels. My lady love mussels. Our family love mussels. I saw that Gemma ate it a few times as well. Yeah. Summertime, you jerk chicken. I jerk chicken, yes. Yeah, I jerk seasoning, yeah. But no such them say my chicken white, you know. Favorite patty people, cheese patty is not normal either. I worked at KFC at the Mandeville branch in 1999. That was my first job. Believe me, I don't think they could have hired me for a KFC. I'm a principal person, but or maybe when I do see how it make, maybe I would have changed my mind. I know I would have consumed it, you know. But I don't think it would have changed my mind. I would have been fired, people, straight up. I think that barbecue chicken, Jamaica, might be the greatest invention for me. You know, other people will say other things, but barbecue chicken Jamaica is the greatest invention for me from Jamaica ever in history. You know, yeah, that's the thing that I like the most. You know, yes. My friend worked at KFC. We had buckets every night. So they give you free things. Damn. All right. So if you go there, you can look at work for 1 week if you go there. And then they would, okay, all right. If you can, can get free things, you can go and work at the KFC. Oh my God, that would have been lovely, man. Wouldn't be lovely. Damn. Over jerk chicken? Nah, man. People, we understand about the rice and peas and chicken and the other lovely food, but something is in barbecue chicken blood. All right? Something is in that barbecue chicken that is addictive. Yeah, people take care of themselves. I can't be here talking about barbecue chicken for our own. People started to push back in the barbecue chicken and tell me about barbecue chicken ain't normal blood. All right. What about lobster from Elsha? I did eat lobster from Elsha, but I'm telling you, brother, jugs in that barbecue chicken. All right, and I'm not gonna be here fighting you to tell you about barbecue chicken. All right, barbecue jugs in that barbecue chicken. I've never taken jugs. But because I saw the people on the internet look really fold up after taking drugs, I am telling you, blood, Jamaica barbecue chicken is on jugs. Something is in that damn thing. But I think that's the greatest thing. I don't know if it's because I was hungry or I was suffering. Or, I don't know what was the case. But that's the only thing I remember. So vivid. Violently mashing up a barbecue. Not even bone. Let me just done. People, I don't want to talk anymore. I'm done. I can't. I'm not gonna argue with you guys. You know, you can't talk about all on the fish roll, all on the rich life only I live a Jamaica. I'm telling you the blood. A Friday night, every Friday night, if you're not mashing up a barbecue chicken violently, yeah. Barbecue chicken is made with original chicken dip in the barbecue sauce. Then 5 minutes at the oven. Okay, well, why a greatest invention? Have you had Asian food? No, I revise. I know that you think that I'm Asian, but I have not eaten anything from Haiti. But I have no problem to eat Asian food. I'm going to learn one day. If I do come to America, Mexico, or Canada, I know that I can get the Asian food. I am not going to Haiti. Yeah, that's one thing for sure. You know? Yes, Maxit. What kind of nice eating you think I'm going to be with the barbecue chicken? The amount of years I've not eaten anything of the barbecue chicken, it has to be violent. It can't. What kind of passionate barbecue chicken eating? What are we on, Maxit? What are we on? What are you here? What are you dealing with, Maxit? Yeah, but I have no problem. I would love to eat Asian food. Yeah, but barbecue chicken, barbecue chicken is on a different level. Stew peas, laugh out loud. JFF taking notes. How to buy you out. Oh God. All right, you know what? Let me finish it because we are giving up too much information on the food department. All right, so people, take care of yourself. I don't know when I'm gonna come back. But I think we're gonna be back soon because we have to do ladies football soon. Yeah. All right. And obviously, if anything comes up, we're gonna be doing it. All right. You eat fufu. I saw it over here, but I've not eaten it. All right. You eat English fish and chips. Yes, I did try it. Fish them too big and I think I've not gotten enough flavor in it. In my opinion, I bought it in the Birmingham City Center. Chicken and fish. Yeah. I'm not so sold and hype on it like how they hyped on it. I think barbecue is revolutionary. It does something to your brains, blood. So, people, all right, you hear, that's what I rave about Jamaica. You see track and field, I rave about Jamaica and track and field. When Jamaica is good at something, you are going to get me behaving revolutionary, all right? Yes. So, the barbecue, revolutionary. Track and field for Jamaica, revolutionary. And I can't think of much more other things, but yeah, but those two things are revolutionary, blood, you know. But stew peas is my first. Stew peas is my first, though. All right, so people, want to take care. Take care. Asian food sweet. I'm gonna try it, you know. But that boy talk about Asian food solely because he wants to eat them, you know. So people, take care of themselves. We did a good job. We covered the positives of the U17s. Then we talked about Dixton, and we talked about Richards. We looked at CFAS. We're gonna do more research on CFAS. So the next installment we will put it up. Yep. So take care of yourself. And bye bye.